guys, welcome back to the Death Ray Cat channel. Something a little different for you today. I've had another request. This one's an interesting one. It's a Black Sabbath tune, but we're going to look at the version by Charles Bradley. We're going to look at this really nice stripped down guitar and vocal version of it. There's a video on YouTube. So yeah, Changes by Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath, Charles Bradley style. On the album version there's a full band playing, but the guitarist has made his own arrangement. And it's all based around bar chords, major and minor bar chords. So they can be a little tricky at first when you're learning them, but they're so useful. I'm not going to do any tabs for this lesson, I'm just going to shout out some chords. I'll have them popping up. There'll be some extra lead lines added in there as well, but it's all based around the chords. So I'm just going to jump in. So we're going to start off with the just 3 notes there. 3rd fret on the E string, that's a G. 5th fret on the E string, that's an A. And then 3rd fret on the A string, that's a C. So we're kind of starting off with the C feel there. Next we're going to go to our second shape, which is D minor. So this time it's very similar to the major shape, but we're going to go for this. First finger's going on the 5th fret of the A string, ring finger's going on the 7th fret of the D string, little finger is going on the 7th fret of the G, then your middle finger is going on the 6th fret of the B string. Then if you can, you're going to flatten your first finger to get that A there, which is the 5th fret on the E string. So we've got, then we're going to go back to the C. So what we've got there really is 3 notes, your D minor, then your C. We're in C. There's a bunch of different ways you can play a C major, but because we're going to be playing down here, we're going to go for this little version here. So it's almost like a power chord. The guy's playing it with a little finger to bar those 5th frets there. So first finger's on the 3rd fret of the A string, and the little finger's barring the D, the G and the B string, making a C. You can play it with your ring finger if you want. Little finger seems to be more comfortable. So there's your intro there. It's played several times. Then for the next line, we're going to go from the 5th fret on the E, 3rd fret on the A, back to the 5th fret on the E. Then sliding up to that 5th fret on the A string to go back to that D minor shape. And what we're doing here, taking off those fingers, all the fingers apart from your first finger, which we're going to leave in a bar. Just for a little bit of flavour. If that's a little difficult, you can just keep playing that bar chord. That still works. Then it goes back. That's your verse. So for the chorus, we're going to be using the exact same 2 shapes we've already been using, but we're just going to use them on different frets. So we're going to go to the F there, and it's the same shape as we were using on the C. It's the major shape there. Then we're going to move to a minor on the E, and that is starting on the 7th fret. Then we're going to move that back 2 frets to make that a D minor again. If you want to add a little run up to that chorus, just sliding up to the 7th fret on the A, going up to the 5th fret on the D string and back to the 7th fret on the A. There's your F major bar chord up there. bring it down to the E minor, and then to the D minor. So there's some little bits of embellishment we can do as well. We can pick out the notes. So that instead of just bashing it all out, you can... And then there's that little trick we looked at before where we take all the fingers off apart from your bar there. That's a little something you can do. I'm also hearing some little added notes onto these chords. So there we kind of taking your little finger off the E minor shape there. And doing a little hammer on kind of thing there. That's a little bit of an advanced move there. Need to build up some left hand strength there. But it sounds nice. After a few goes down there, we go to a G. So this time, because we kind of moved down to another string, we're going to start off on the lower E string. Start off with your first fret on the 3rd fret there on the G, and then build this chord around it. So we've got kind of similar to a power chord again. Then we're going to add that middle finger onto the G string on the 4th fret and bar the rest on the 3rd frets there. So that's giving you a major chord this time. Interestingly, if you move that whole thing up one set of strings, it'll become a minor. It'll become a C minor there. Bring it back down, it's a G major. It's just the way the strings are laid out, but you're going to get used to it the more you play these shapes. So we've got a G. We're going to move that down 2 frets to make an F. And then we're going to go to an A minor, but we're going to play it here. So it's the same sound, but we're going to play it up here. Again, here's a new bar chord for you if you've not played it before. This is the E minor shape, but we're playing it up on the 5th fret. Becomes an A minor. So we got the first finger is barred across the 5th fret. We're adding your ring finger onto the 7th fret on the A string, and your little finger onto the 7th fret on the D string. And then we're going to go back to that G, back to the A minor. We got some extra little embellishments here on the G as well. So we're kind of starting off with that major shape, taking off your little finger, adding that to the 5th fret on the G string, taking it off and putting it back on the 5th fret on the D string. Some more kind of business going along there as well. Back to the riff. There you go, hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you could get something out of it. It's all about the bar chords, majors and minors. I'll be back next week with some more rock and roll stuff. Thanks for watching. I've got the Patreon if you want to support me. See you later. Alright.